From homes to offices, schools to hospitals, the pursuit of healthier indoor environment has become a paramount concern, influencing architectural design, engineering practices, and human behavior. We're about to embark on a journey to uncover the pivotal roles of ventilation and biophilic design in creating spaces that nurture not only our physical health, but also our emotional well-being. As our focus on today's episode is creating healthy indoor environments, the role of ventilation and biophilic design. So, whether you're an architect seeking inspiration, a homeowner looking to enhance your living space, or simply curious about the factors influencing the air you breathe indoors, just sit back, relax, and prepare to be enlightened. I'm OMOTEE'S, the very host of OMOTEE'S Insight Box, and today my special guest is an architect and project manager. His expertise has left an indelible mark on architectural landscapes, both locally and internationally. He's a true luminary in the field. So please join me in extending a warm welcome to Adewumi Adeshina. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Box. I love this. I love this. But this is not giving an architect vibe.
Yeah.
What's the secret?
Okay, so like I said, I'm a typical Nigerian. I'm a typical Yoruba.
I love that.
I like to appear. I like to do the past.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so you did a video. You did a video on ventilation and how important ventilation is in your home.
Yeah.
So can you briefly just tell us a bit about that video?
Okay, so I've been to a couple of spaces, in fact a lot of spaces within Lagos, because I reside in Lagos, and I noticed that we are not really doing good when it comes to ventilation, because we don't have enough natural ventilation in our spaces, and also because we copy foreign designs a lot. Terrace
and their weather is different from us.
They are the temperate region, we are in the tropical region here. So I had to just put it out there to enlighten some investors or developers, anybody that's interested in building, because the design stage matters a lot. You need to start you need to start from the design. Everything starts from design.
So he's a designer, is that right?
Yeah, I am.
An architect. Anyway. So an architect is indirectly a designer.
We are
okay, so let's just go straight into it. So you mentioned that ventilation, biophilic design and all of that is very important. So how can we invite this into our homes, in creating a sustainable, healthy environment?
Okay. So firstly, I like to define what biophilic design is, or biophilia generally. It's just the love for nature. Okay, the love for nature, the love for having an organic design. And when I say organic design, I mean
not organic cream.
Organic design. I mean no essence of it. Natural light, natural airflow, generally indoor greenery. I mean indoor plants. Real plants, not fake plants. Introduction of wood, introduction of bamboos, introduction of basically natural items into your space helps to improve your living quality. So now, while you introduce such things, there are two ways, or there are two areas or two stages that this can happen. Firstly, design stage.
Okay.
All right. So when you start planning your property, if you have a good architect, or you should get a good architect that will introduce almost everything you need. If you are biophilia, you have the love for nature. You should communicate all these things to the person. I'm a biophilia person. I like a situation where my space has everything necessary. Draws me to nature. All right. So the designer, your interior designer, your architect has to introduce all these things into the space from design stage. Now the second phase, which is the second stage, is which is what we have mostly when a house has already been designed and these things are not in place or have not been considered. The things we should do, of course, we should remodel the space. And when you want to remodel the space, of course, you have to introduce new source of lights. For example, if your room is poorly lighted and you have just one window when you are supposed to have multiple windows. Two,
Very
three
important.
windows,
You know how Lagosians
exactly, and you just find yourself in a situation where the place
just
is already
small window like this. Oh my God!
The place is already made, and you just want to rent. And if you have liberty to do remodeling, you should introduce new windows into the space for natural lighting, natural airflow. Also, you should introduce things like life plants into your space. Okay. Then also try to cut down on artificial items within your environment. Your outdoors, ensure you have, greenery everywhere. According to Lagos building codes, you cannot design more than 40% of your. You can't build more than 40% of your space. Yeah, it shouldn't go more than 40%. The rest should be for future development or outdoor green areas, buffer zones. Yes. So when you have ample number of grass, softscape.
Exactly.
Yeah, the word is softscape. When you have softscapes within your external, environment, then you'll be able to improve the kind of indoor experience. Yeah, because outdoor affects indoor a lot. Yeah.
Okay, so you've already mentioned key factors, to consider when, planning your home and all of that.
Exactly.
So why are they very important to us?
Good. Part of the things I should mention is local climate. The local climate of, if you have a good architect that did the proper site analysis, he will be able to tell you what kind of climate. Basically, we have temperate, we have tropical climates. So the kind of climate also influence the kind of design you do. The what extent you need to go in terms of biophilia. Okay. Now, the reason why it's important within this space is because it helps to improve quality of living. Okay. Now, if your space is stuffy, the air you breathe is stuffy, it will affect your respiration. Okay. So the essence of biophilia or introduction of natural items, natural elements, is to help your indoor living experience. Okay, so you don't get to breathe in carbon dioxide when you are meant to be breathing in oxygen. Right? So your space has to be well ventilated. Ventilation is in two ways: it's either natural or artificial. However, when we are talking about biophilia, it is purely natural. Yeah. So the importance of biophilia within these spaces, of course, we all love nature. All right. So, and since we all love nature and want to also introduce biophilia into our space, we also, of course, consider all the factors involved. We also have to know that the essence of biophilia in this space is to help improve our living. It improves your air quality. It improves those are the two basic things: your temperature.
Yeah, very
the temperature
important.
of the environment. Yeah. So you end up cutting down on the use of artificial ventilators like refrigerant cooling, air conditioning, etc. Okay, to just the natural.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. So could you share, examples of successful projects, that or initiative that you have effectively implemented,
Okay, so I'll talk about one. Although most of my designs or most of the designs I've worked on tropical friendly. Yeah, the use of courtyards, the use of course, Nigeria, especially Lagos State, one of the standards is cross ventilation. Okay, which is a natural means of airflow. Yeah. So most of my designs, I ensure that I have cross ventilation within rooms, even if it's going to be a commercial space. We also have to consider those things. So I've done that in most of my designs. But a decisive contribution of biophilia is one of these projects I did last year for United Capital PLC. So we introduced the use of wooden shells and indoor plants. Indoor plants that generates oxygen into the space. Yes, oxygen into the space. So anybody can also do that. You can just go get an horticulturalist and look for indoor plants that generate oxygen into your space. Yeah, I know it's difficult to maintain, trust me, because it's not as aesthetically pleasing.
Is it the one you water or which one?
Yeah, indoor life plants. Life
plants that you keep watering.
Exactly. Okay. And that's why it's difficult to maintain because you have to water it, you have to give it manure, you have to do.
You just have to do it.
Exactly. So you can keep it alive for your own good.
For your own good.
All right. And that's exactly what you need to do if you find yourself in a situation where the space is stuffy.
It's stuffy, yeah.
They didn't plan for natural airflow and whatnot. Yeah, and also natural lighting is also part of biophilic design. Yeah. However, natural lighting does not necessarily mean that sun rays should just come into your space, because direct impact of sun rays into your space will definitely cause heat. Okay, so part of the reason why I'm saying this is because I saw another architect did something like that. A senior architect anyway. Tosin Oshinowo, she's one of the face of architecture in Africa. Yeah, she did a building for Adidas, Victoria Land, along the Akiandeshola, I guess. And I saw ventilated facade. What she did was ventilated facade. That alone will cut down the use of mechanical means of ventilation. All right, so in a space where on a good day you have to use 3 horsepower, that ventilated facade will help cut down. In fact, you might not have to on the air condition all the time. All right, that's if you have to do it anyway. You have to use it anyway. The essence of ventilated facade is to break down the impact of sunlight. Not necessarily sunlight, but the UV ray, the one that produces heat. Yeah, is to break it down so that it doesn't transfer into your space and cause a heat of the space.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's another architect doing something like that.
That's nice.
Then also in most of my residential, because I'm mostly residential architect. In most of my residential designs, I don't encourage the use of all concreted compound, where everywhere is just concreted or interlocked. No. We try to introduce both hard and soft scapes. All right, hard scapes are of course the concrete floors. Then we have soft scapes like, of course, green areas, plants, etc. for outdoor. This helps your macro and microclimates. All right, so those are the projects. Those are the things I've worked on. I can't be telling you go to Yaba or go to Lekki or go to. I'm more of a residential architect. I've done so many residents.
Oh, that's fantastic. So, are there any misconceptions or challenges, that we associate with implementing ventilation and biophilic design, strategies, and how can we address this? The misconceptions about ventilation, biophilic design, and all of that.
Whatnot, Okay, so part of the things I noticed, which prompted me to do the video you saw, was people introduce artificial plants in place of natural plants. Now, I get it.
Okay.
We are all tilting to be aesthetically pleasing. Yeah, I'm an architect. I'm also driven by aesthetics. However, I feel we should not totally replace the use of live plants with synthetic grass, artificial flowers, and whatnot. Yeah, because when
like
you get
the rubber one, right?
Exactly. When you get to a space now, most of the space, even offices that are always shut, closed. I mean, the windows are always closed. So they depend solely on air conditions, and
on some of the offices, they don't even open the doors for a very long time.
Exactly.
It will be closed, shut for a very long time.
Yeah. So
and they will come there, same air every time, same everything.
Recycling. Oh God. Now, see.
And these are not good for our health.
Yeah. See, there are, like I said earlier, there are artificial means of ventilation, and there are natural means of ventilation. Both can generate natural airflow, but air condition is not biophilia.
Yeah,
no,
it is not.
Now we have central ventilated systems. For example, buildings, skyscrapers or ground scrapers that they need to shut everywhere. At the same time, they need to bring in fresh air into the space. And that can happen with the use of central vents. Where what the central vent does is it dispenses hot, used up air from the space, more like a stack effect kind of thing. It dispenses used up from air from the space and introduces new fresh air from outside. That's also natural ventilation, even though it's the use of artificial means to generate natural. That's okay. But you see, refrigerant cooling is not the same.
It's not.
It's not the same. Okay, so what most companies do, and which is also a misconception, what most offices do, they shut my major concern is they short the space and still introduce 4 plants. No. When you short, that's why I admire this man, Tony Anumeli. Most of his spaces, you will see live plants. You see live plants. No matter how difficult it is to maintain,
the essence
you
of
see
natural
live plants within these spaces. Because I worked with UCAP and I know the drill. You don't bring 4 plants into the space. They won't take it from you. As I've been their contractor, so I know what it means. All right. So, and I can tell that that's the same practice every other place. So it's a misconception. We cannot replace the real deal live plants with foregrounds. That's one. Also, we cannot replace natural ventilation with refrigerant cooling. Okay, when you need to take fresh air, if you need your breakout space should be a space that is open enough to allow for fresh air and whatnot. Not everywhere packed up all the time. It's not really good. Elsewise, it's not. It's not. Human beings are built to breathe in carbon dioxide. Sorry, breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. So when you have a recycled air,
it's very dangerous.
It's not even recycled air now. When you have used hair, anyway, it's toxic because it's always carbon dioxide into the space. When you have a toxic air being breathed in all the time, it will affect your respiration, which is not good.
Fantastic. So, could you tell us some cost-effective solutions to all of this, like practical tips for individuals at home and offices and environment?
Because I do more residents, I'll say in your indoor space, if you want to introduce things because if the design has failed and you're not permitted to remodel, because that's the case of most Nigerians, especially Lagosians, landlord will not allow you to break. Landlord will not allow you to open new windows or do anything. Okay, so you just have to manage the one window that you have. So, like I said earlier, I have to reiterate the use of indoor plants. I cannot overemphasize that. You cannot underestimate the effect of indoor plants, the ones that generate oxygen, because there are ones that don't really generate oxygen. There are ones that purely generate oxygen into the space. That can help you. They are not really expensive. They are cost effective. In fact, some of them are cheaper than the foul plants that we plant everywhere. All right, then also humidifiers. Humidifiers, however, you have to always open your windows because the essence of humidifier is also to bring in oxygen into the space, make the space humid, to be humid. But too much of humidity within the space can affect a lot of things. Can affect your clothing, can affect a lot of things,
Exactly.
Yeah, so you should be able to also dispense the hot air. So open that one window you have.
Exactly. Let fresh air come in.
Have a humidifier to help you improve. Have a live plant to help you improve. Then also, I think that's about it for a failed design, because I call them failed designs.
Yeah.
But I will encourage most designers, architects to always ensure that they have these things incorporated into it, especially in this part of the world. This is tropical region. We do more of terrace housing and we don't consider ventilation. It's really bad. It's really bad. Yeah.
Very bad.
It's really bad.
Very bad. So it means if you have a one window, if you stay in a one window apartment or whatsoever, you can still imbibe or incorporate a biophilic design as you have mentioned within the space.
We also have to consider how to take out smells from space.
I love that.
Smells, odor. Aside the use of diffuser, which is just here to probably improve your smell in terms of course, you get good fragrance and within your space. You can have an extractor fan. Extractor fan helps to take out hot air and bad smell. When you get into a toilet that is all enclosed, you see that what they have is an extractor fan. Extractor fan helps in zapping out.
So that fan we used to see.
That's an extractor fan. It helps in zapping out hot air and smell. So part of the things you can install into your already filled space is you can also introduce extractor fan.
Okay.
That is not natural, but it gives you a natural effect.
Exactly.
Because that's not breathing any artificial.
So is it just taking the bad air inside, or it will also?
It doesn't bring in. It takes out.
It takes out.
It takes out. It doesn't. Okay. Extractor. That's why it's called extractor.
Extractor.
It doesn't really bring it in. The only kind of mechanism that brings in fresh air into the space is vent. Central ventilation system that can bring in fresh air from outside.
And do we have something like will I say like an air purifier or something? Because sometimes if they are doing drainage or something, the kind of air that's of course you breathe in, the smell and all of that. If it's coming within the space, so is there anything like an air purifier or something?
I think an extractor fan does most of it, and I think the best thing during that period, the best thing you can do is shut your space.
Okay.
Just for that period. Then when you feel okay, outside is free, then you can open up and get fresh air. Because the truth is, an extractor just extracts. Okay. The same cooker hood you have over, the job it does is to extract heat over your burner. That's hood. It's just to take out heat. To maintain optimal temperature. Okay. That's the same job it's doing. So it does both smell and heat. Okay, so when it's time to now open up your windows, extractor can help. The thing is, it won't allow new
air in, but it
can take out the old
one. That's fantastic. Adewumi Adesina, an architect, a project manager. Thank you so much for coming. We called you and you answered. Thank you, and we hope to have more of this on this my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for this interview, and we hope you viewers or wherever you are, Nigeria, outside Nigeria, you can reach out to him. If you have a new project, that you want to start or whatsoever, you can consult him, and it will be a very good help. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate this opportunity. Thank you so much.
And that's it on this episode. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please kindly subscribe, like, and share this video. Thank you. Bye, guys.